How much different does it feel for you and kind of this team going into this season than it did at that time last year?
Yeah, it's a little different just because of the circumstances, but I was ready to roll last year. Still, obviously, ready to roll this year. So it's different in the circumstances, but mindset-wise and everything else, it's the same. So ready to get after it.
How did the scrimmage go today? I mean, did you accomplish what you wanted?
Yeah, I thought it went well. I thought we ran the ball pretty good, which was good to see. Some of the young backs getting the ball. The defense looked great. Got some turnovers, which is good to see. Because here in 2 weeks, we're going to be not going against each other anymore, and we're going to be cheering them on. And so, yeah, I thought it was good all around. Intensity was good, kind of back and forth, so it was good.
With the injury to Dawson, what have you really seen from the guys behind you, Rush?
Yeah, if they're going to step up, they have to. And really all facets of the game as far as, running physically, making the right reads, pass protection, all the stuff. And so really they've done a really good job stepping up after Dawson went down, because I think they know, this is real now. And so they've done a great job. So excited for them.
One of the biggest challenges of any college running back, but especially is the pass pro. I mean,
yeah.
You obviously are important when it comes to that too, but is that something that they get early, or is that just they're going to have to learn?
You got to learn. I would say that's one of the harder things to do, because just depending on the high school, your high school coaching, all the stuff, the scheme's different, the protections are different, all that stuff. And so that's probably the last thing that comes along, rather than here, run, all that stuff, and the route running, all that stuff. But like I said, both of them have come a long way since Dawson went down, and they're doing great with it.
Particularly with the O-line, how much have things been smoother in year two with those guys?
Returning 4 of the 5 of them, and Caden, who's going to replace Campbell, has been great. He was here last year, played in the system, got some playing time last year as well. So it's been really smooth. Expecting, holding them to a high standard, because they deserve it. They need to play at a high level, and I know they're going to. And so a lot of confidence in them, and they've done great this fall camp.
What have you seen from Lewis Brown? He's only been here for the summer, now fall camp. What is he like?
He's a stud. Just the athleticism jumps off. His ability to make contested catches, his ability to run. He's going to be really explosive for us, which is huge. We need as many of those guys as we can get, and so I'm excited, obviously, as the quarterback, to be able to throw to a guy like that. But even off the field and locker room, great guy, personable, easy to talk to, all the stuff, and so really excited for Lewis and happy to have him on our team.
Chrome helmets on social media, I saw you got to see for the first time. What's kind of reaction that you get to play? You get to wear that?
Yeah, it was crazy. I wasn't expecting it for sure. I remember watching Bryce and all those guys playing them, and so it's kind of a full circle moment. And obviously, I got to do a little video with Bryce, got to meet him. It was awesome, really a dream come true. And so I'm really excited to be able to play in that uniform.
And now the fans get to be part of it tomorrow for Meet the Bears. They get to see it. So that event itself, what does it mean to you that you get to interact with Baylor Nation?
Yeah, it's cool. Obviously 2 weeks from now, when this place is rocking, we need as many fans as we can get. That's a really critical part of the game. I know we feel it, whenever we play in home games. And so just excited to do a little something for all the fans. You wish you could do more, but it'll be great. Obviously love Baylor, love all the fans. And so excited to meet a lot of them tomorrow.
Did you feel like you were in some kind of Mission Impossible movie with that safe or that little briefcase?
It was actually it was Pulp Fiction. That was the demo. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
They showed me the Pulp Fiction demo clip, and they're like, "This is what we want you to do." And I was like, "All right." I didn't cut my fingernails before this.
Did you have to actually know a code, or was it already open?
They wanted to do it at 8:29 because of the Auburn game. Yeah, and so that's what it was. So pretty cool. Really good idea. That's why they get paid to be creative. So.
I'm curious, have you seen Bryson now that Dawson's out, right? How have you seen his maybe interactions with some of the young guys change, or has it changed?
Bryson's one of the best dudes in the locker room. Just such a good guy, And part of that is he's the same person every day, whether a good practice, bad practice, win, lose, all the stuff. But he's a leader in that room, obviously. And now that Dawson's down, he's kind of encouraging the young guys, telling them what to do, kind of like we were talking about with the pass protection earlier. But he's done great with all that. And like I said, I think that's a big reason why the younger guys are coming along is because of Bryson. So.
Maybe the last 2 years, the wide receiver depth was a little shaky. How awesome does it feel? There's 6, 7 guys out there who can win one-on-one battles.
Yeah, it's great. I think like as a quarterback, that's what you want. You know, anytime 50-50 balls are more like 60-40 or 70-30, you know, that gives me a lot of confidence just throwing the ball up to those guys. And I know they're gonna come down with it. Lots of big catch radiuses out there, and so it makes my life as a quarterback a lot easier.
Year 2 with Coach Spavital's offense, you just feel completely comfortable, and how has it changed since last season?
Yeah, I think it's just gotten more like in-depth conversations, whereas last year was just kind of like, okay, how do we move the ball? How do we get points on the board? Now it's like, okay, when we get this look, what checks are we going to get into? A lot of like the chess game with the defensive coordinator. And then, you know, I think a big thing with Spav too is like he does such a good job coaching quarterbacks, just being on the same page with all of us in the room, learning our mannerisms, all the stuff. That's what makes him such an incredible coach. That's why he's going to coach for a long time and be really successful.
With so many mouths to feed in the wide receiver room, is it harder at all to, I don't know, build connections with everyone in that group?
I don't think so, because I've obviously gotten a year with most of them. You know, the new guys I haven't, but they're great people. They're not selfish, and so, you know, they want to. We preach playing for each other. Whether that's you don't get the ball, okay, now you're going to turn up field and go block for the guy who does have the ball, and they really embrace that. They do a great job of that, and so just having Josh, Ashton, LB, Cole, even and all the tight ends, obviously, like they just live that out on a day-to-day basis, and so. It's really cool to see. And, you know, at the end of the day, there's only one ball, and they all know that. They all understand that. But I think, like, who they are is they know in this offense, like, the ball is going to spread around to them. And so they just trust in that, and that's why they go out there and play the way they do.
How big of a luxury is Michael Trigg for you in the tight end game?
He's awesome. Yeah, I mean, he's basically like just an extra receiver out there, you know, that's really physical. Can run the entire route tree, and then can help us in the run game too. And so, I mean, shoot, I think he's going to play for a long time on Sundays. He's obviously got all the tools to do it, and he's a smart football player. He understands space well, and so really happy he's on our team.
On the other side of the ball, how have you seen the secondary grow throughout the fall?
They've done great. You know, they give me, I think, Aranda too. Like Aranda makes us as an offense better. And so I'd say hopefully we do the same for the defense. You know, those we've been talking about the receivers this whole time. Hopefully having to chase, you know, like I said, Ashton, Josh, Cole, LB, all those guys. Hopefully that makes the secondary better too, because it's a really talented receiver room, and I think it's made them a lot better with their coverages and all the stuff. And there's a lot of talent in that room to begin with. So I'm excited to see them play and not go against them anymore either.
I think it was Coach who had mentioned that this is one of the last scrimmages of fall camp. Just thinking of one of the next times walking out here will be for that week 1 game. How much more real does it feel?
Yeah, no, it is. It's exciting. I mean, shoot, especially for me now. I'm thinking like this is my last fall camp, you know, and so ready to go. I'm excited. It'll be fun to see what God has in store for this season. And so, like I've been saying this whole time, it'll be fun to actually play somebody other than us, you know, and actually be able to like come together as one whole team. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Is there any sort of emphasis on this upcoming week before you'll start actual game week preparation?
Yeah, this week's huge. It's just our mock week, so we go through like all of like how practice will be with the scout team stuff, the looks, all the stuff, and so obviously we need a great week of practice because it's an extra week of getting better. And so I know the guys are still hungry. They're going to come out ready to go because we know who we play week 1.
We talk a lot about Keaton's infectious personality on the defensive side. Does that bleed over at all into the offense, even though he's a defensive linebacker, all that?
Absolutely, I would say so for sure. And we have a lot like the personalities on the offensive side are incredible. Whether it's like Trigg or the entire offensive line. I mean, they're just they'll be in practice like getting after each other, yelling at the top of their lungs, pushing each other, shoving because they want to get it right. And, you know, that's what you want to see. The same thing with the receivers. You see the receivers talking about the routes, releases, all the stuff because they want to get it right. So when you have a bunch of people that like want it that bad, the personalities and the true colors of everything really show up. And so, yeah, absolutely, it bleeds over to the offensive side, and it bleeds over in those ways. Good. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Sawyer, how was the scrimmage? Did you get out of it what you hoped to?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so, you know, I would say that we're starting to develop more as a team, like especially with scrimmage 2, and only a couple of weeks away from game day. I think everybody's really excited, and we're just working out the nicks and crannies of everything and starting to form better as a defense.
How are you different as a player this year? You know, trying to walk that fine line between playing with intensity, but also not kind of losing your head.
Right, yeah, so that's probably just been my biggest growth aspect-wise, is just trying to turn into the leader that Matt Jones was, and then, do more and do it with my style. I'm super appreciative of all the talks we had and everything that he passed down to me, and now it's my turn to do the same. And so I'm excited to be able to do that with these guys and starting to see some of the young bucks just starting to turn heads and become who they were in high school. Just starting to play fast and have fun and play green, like we said.
What kind of growth have you seen from Kyler Reed and from his freshman to his sophomore year?
Yeah, Colin's a guy I came in with, so we were real tight. Man, he's awesome. We've had so many just long night talks, up early, getting extra work, so I'm super proud of him. I told him if he keeps working and, staying down, stays humble and prays to God, that everything will come true. He just needs to keep working, so I'm super proud of that boy.
What do you think Phoenix and Travion can kind of add to this really talented linebacker?
Yeah, both guys with a lot of experience. Obviously, Trey was an all-conference player, his conference. Phoenix had a really good year last year. So just bringing in guys who are older and have done it before, and being able to, again, be in that leadership role as well, and to help me mold the defense. And so it's not just me, you have other people you can go to talk to as well if I'm busy or they're busy, vice versa.
How much of Amarion and Bob's White really changed the dynamic of the defense with their fresh abilities?
Yeah, really elite pass rushers. I love both of them. They play really hard, dominant. They can drop, they can rush. They've even had some picks from last spring, so super excited to have them on board and excited to see them week 1.
Did you know Travion before he got here?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we actually met in JUCO. We went on a visit to Georgia Southern together. So, yeah, we have some time together. But he and I are real close, real tight, really good kid, and just excited to see him play.
I mean, are you excited to kind of, with his skill set, be next to him at some time?
100%. Yeah. I mean, he's a dominant force. Like I love to do him. He had 120 something tackles last year in his conference player of the year. So kudos to him. Really good kid, really good player. Excited to see what we can do together.
How have you really seen the secondary grow throughout the fall?
Yeah, Devin Bobby, he's taken the highest role as the ringleader for that back five, and just super proud of him. That's somebody I've gotten really close to here too in my time, and just really proud of how he's holding those guys to a high standard. I know people might think otherwise, but I believe in our back five through and through. I believe they can dominate anybody, especially our opponents, whoever comes in here, and so just excited for them to show the world who they are.
So with the Dawson Pendergrass injury, the other young pups got to step up. As somebody on the other side of the line, do you have any kind of thoughts about any of them?
Yeah, 22, Keaton, he's a baller. That kid's a dog. He runs very hard, quick, twitchy. I have a lot of respect for him. Makes me go hard every practice, and I love that. I think we can expect a lot of things from him this year. I hate that Pendergrass is out. Prayers up to him and his family, but excited for Keaton to step up.
Coach likes the harp on kind of you guys becoming more of a unit than individuals. How have you seen maybe that grow for your day one of fall camp to now?
Yeah, just summer we did a lot of team bonding activities and did a lot of film work and just making sure that we actually understood who we are. We tell each other stories and tell us about our past and how we got here. And it's amazing to see that everybody comes from different cultural backgrounds, places, hierarchies, and we're all here to play football. We're all here to do what we love. And we're all here in God's presence. And it's been a blessing to be able to do that. And you just start to see guys smile more and make jokes and understand that when somebody's down, you got to bring them up and go hard for them so they can get that energy from them. And it's been awesome.
Did you have to keep a secret with the chrome helmet photo shoot?
I did, yeah. I had to keep a little secret. I'm good at keeping secrets. I kept a straight face. A couple of people asked. I have no idea how they figured out that we were. So I guess some hint came out about the helmets, but I just kept quiet. I did my best.
What are your thoughts on it?
Oh, I love them. They're awesome. Yeah, when I saw it, it was jaw-dropping. I didn't have any words to say, so I'm excited. And then Mr. Petty did the reveal as well on Instagram, so it's going to be really fun Friday.
Jackie, how did the scrimmage go? I mean, at this point in fall camp, do you feel like you're where you kind of want to be at this point?
Yeah, I think it's still some things that we can definitely get right and get a few wrinkles out, but overall, I think we are at that point where we're feeling good and confident for the game.
The coach has said you've been making a lot of plays. Do you feel like you've taken a step even further than what you accomplished last year?
Yes, sir. I think, well, for me, my goal was to step up and do more, evolve. I came coming off a decent season. My goal was to just be better, do even more. So I feel like, yeah, I've done that a little.
Jackie, how much does it help you to kind of have Sam and Adonis and DK, just those big guys in those guys?
Oh, it's great. They take they take all the attention, so I get the singles and play free.
And then what kind of season are you expecting from Cooper now that he can kind of move back to his natural position?
I think Coop's gonna have a big season. He moved to end this spring, and he hasn't missed a step. He looks confident. He knows all his plays, and he's doing good.
I'm hard of hearing, so did I hear you you picked up a fumble or something? But you got tackled at the 1 yard line?
Okay, so I did score, right? I scored, but Aranda said I got tackled after that. I scored though. Yeah.
So have you ever scored a touchdown in a game before?
Yes, I have. Yeah. In high school, I played a little bit of running back.
Oh.
A little bit, just a tad.
Pretty big running back.
Yeah, I was huge.
What's it like playing in front of guys like Keaton, those linebackers that are known for making plays in this specific defense? Is it fun watching them play?
It's great. Like I say it all the time. Like his energy is just contagious. I see him flying around making plays. I want to do the same thing. It's amazing.
What's the next step for this defense to get ready for the season?
I think just coming together as a whole, like on the field, communicating and just playing together, just bringing that confidence and being ready when it's game time.
So when was the first time you saw the gold chrome helmets, and what's the reaction? Because a lot of former players want one now. They want to come back. Jalen Petrie and
I seen that.
What was all that like? What was that moment like?
It was crazy. So we seen the rumors and stuff like that. We didn't know it was gonna happen. In the team meeting, Coach Aranda pulled the helmet out. It was like we were shocked. Yeah, we lost it. It was amazing.
Is it feeling a little bit, game week now, just 2 weeks away? Is it starting to feel a little bit more real, and kind of does that up maybe the intensity of kind of fall camp like this? It's a couple weeks out.
Yeah, for sure. I think this was our last scrimmage, and after this we'll kind of like top things off and settle things down, get ready for playing for Auburn week 1. Yeah.
And in your mind, what's kind of the biggest difference from the game week preparation from fall camp?
Fall camp is I would say it's more physical and intense and grind, and game week is like like a lot of studying and more mental for me, I would say, until game day, of course. But yeah, that's it.
Can you think back to this time last year? Like, what are the differences in terms of your feeling and your confidence level? Like, what are the differences between last year and what you're feeling right now?
Yeah, I would say last year around this time, I didn't know if I had this much confidence. It was new to the position, my first time playing in D-line, like in a real game. But now I have a season under my belt, pretty decent season, I would say, and I just feel confident now, ready to make plays. Thank you.
Good stuff. Thanks.